You do realize that the whole point of coming home from the hospital was to try to get some sleep.
I thought it was to give Nicholas privacy.
Did I say that?
I believe your exact words were, how can he sleep with you hovering over him?
Followed by, you both need your rest. Did you manage to close your eyes at all last night?
Less than if I would have stayed near Nicholas. But you're right. He would have resented that. He doesn't like being treated as an invalid.
I can't say I blame him. Stefan, you are a wonderful uncle. You are devoted and caring. And you really give a new meaning to the word overprotective.
Nicholas nearly died because of my indulgence.
Your indulgence?
He wanted to be ordinary. Wanted to drive a car, attend public school, take his date to a nightclub. And I permitted it. All of it. Partly because I didn't want to fight with him. Nicholas is headstrong and stubborn, and I saw no reason to alienate him for things which seemed trivial. So, there he was, heir to a family legacy hundreds of years old, gunned down in a parking lot. Because I was more interested in his feelings than his safety.
It was an accident.
One that I should have foreseen. I should have asked Nicholas where he was going and forbidden him to attend any event at that club.
And Nicholas would have still gone. And he would have still been shot, and he'd still be lying in that hospital bed right now. Except that he wouldn't allow you to comfort him. He would resent you. I know from my own experience that it is useless to go out and look for someone to blame.
Well, perhaps I'm simply more comfortable with anger than terror. Nicholas dying is unthinkable to me.
I know how much you love him.
You can't even begin to.
I'll talk to you later. So, how's Sheba?
Oh, skittish, temperamental. She needs to be exercised regularly, and she won't let the grooms go near her.
Maybe you should take her out.
Well, tomorrow morning. I want to get to the hospital soon. I can drop you at your office if you're needed there.
Deception pretty much runs on its own. And it's not nearly as important as you and Nicholas.
This situation is difficult for me. Please. What I said earlier about Nicholas is the literal truth. You can't understand how much I love him because I'm not sure I do. I suppose some feelings defy comprehension. No, I'm the one who taught him to ride. He was only 4 when he started. And one afternoon, not long after his 7th birthday, we rode to the other side of the island. There'd been a storm that day. Surf was high. Nicholas and I dismounted to give the horses a rest. I turned away for just an instant. He was wearing a red sweater. When I looked back, he was gone. I knew he was in the water, drowning. I couldn't find him. And then I saw a flash of red in the waves. I remember running, the water dragging at my legs, the surf so loud I couldn't hear myself shouting his name. And then I was holding him. He was coughing, crying, but he was safe. You know, that's exactly the way it was the other night. I can tell you everything that occurred from the moment Ralston knocked at the door to the moment I sat next to Nicholas in the ICU. But all that time, all I could hear was the roar of the waves. All I felt was the sea dragging at my legs. taking him away from me. I almost lost him again. Well, the elusive Dr. Jordan is due out of surgery in a few minutes. He'll come and examine Nicholas straight away.
I think Nicholas is doing just fine. You should see him light up when Sarah went in the room.
Well, whatever makes him happy, for now. I miss him, Catherine. I miss hearing his voice. I want him home.
I know you do.
You know, I was thinking perhaps we should set up a room on the main floor for him so he doesn't have to tire himself climbing up and down stairs.
We?
I beg your pardon?
I don't know if you realize it or not, but whenever you talk about going home, you say, we.
Miss Cassidy.
A valid point earlier. Perhaps I am making assumptions I shouldn't.
Not shouldn't. I just want to know what you want from me.
Your presence in my life, my home.
Yeah.
Yes, I was outside. How did you know? I look better. Well, I feel better, too. I needed some air. It's been difficult seeing you like this. I don't worry too much. I have good reason to worry. It's true, you've made excellent progress. And you know, Nicholas, your doctor tells me you'll be coming home soon. You know, since your activities will most likely be limited at first, I'd like you to consider resuming your studies at home with the proper tutors. Nicholas, you and I both know you're wasting your time there. They can teach you nothing. No, this is not about Sarah. This is about your education, not your romantic attachments. Besides, in light of recent events, I have learned that interfering with a relative's personal relationship is potentially destructive. Since I nearly lost you.
I'm Nicholas's first